Yeah. The mortgage is a security. Yeah. Yo, check the scenario. Come and take a look inside. Homes being taken, challenges denied. They walking thinking they got to prove something to a judge. That's not the way the law works. You don't have to prove anything. They have to prove standing. A judge tells you blah, 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 and you don't respond. But that's not what the law says. That's not how it works. The Supreme Court already settled what a security's worth. Revers versus Ernst & Young. This is the year. Rebuttable presumption. Every note is a security here. Y'all don't carry the burden. Y'all ain't gotta hold the weight. The party trying to take you home. The idiot, the imbecile, they got to demonstrate preponderance of the evidence. That's the standard they face. Prove this note is not a security. Prove that it cannot on any securities market ever be traced. But they can't because it was pooled, it was sold, it was traded. Remix certificate holders got pieces. The mortgage was graded, rated by agencies, sold to investors in blocks. It's a security instrument. Don't you see the family resemblance? Hey. Carpenter versus Longan, 1872. The note and mortgage inseparable. That's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That's the tag team. You can't split them apart. You can't sever the tie. The mortgage follows the note. The note is the reason why. So when the note becomes a security through securitization, the mortgage transforms with it. That's the legal equation. It's not real property, security interest. It's an underlying asset, a security at the non-core. The deed of trust, the mortgage, whatever name they use. Once it's traded on the market, the character never gets confused. Only in the mind of the party trying to steal your castle, your home. Non-judicial foreclosure. That's a statutory scheme for security interest in land, not a security. Two different worlds, two different legal spheres. You can't use a state statute to enforce what isn't here. That's how they get you, that's how they got you. They have you thinking that a security interest is a security, and not the fact that when it's traded on the market, it's a security. And it cannot be a non-judicial simulating of a lawful process forgery. Hey, Texas Property Code, Section 51.001 defines the mortgage servicer, the party that can run the non-judicial process. The power of sale, but read it closely, read it careful, that's where they fail. Servicer must be holder of the note or authorized agent. But if the note is a security, that's a different arrangement. The holder is the certificate holder, dispersed and unknown. The servicer holds bare legal title, standing alone. They don't hold the security, they don't hold the debt. They hold a piece of paper saying they can collect, but collection and foreclosure are two different beasts. One is payment process and one is taking the lease. The life estate, the fee simple, whatever you hold. They can't take it non-judicial if the truth be told. The statute doesn't authorize security foreclosure. It authorizes mortgage foreclosure. That's the exposure, the gap in their argument, the hole in their boat. They built it on sand, not on rock. A presumption built upon a presumption is all they got. This is where the homeowners get it twisted and turned, thinking they got to prove what the courts already learned. Nope. Revers puts the presumption on the innocent out in front. Every note is a security, that's not a stunt. The foreclosing party wants to use the expedited process. They want the cheap way out. They want to avoid the mess of a judicial foreclosure, where they got to prove their case, where they got to show the note, show the change, show the trace. So they rush to the trustee, the substitute trustee sale. But they never prove the note isn't a security, they fail. The homeowner object cites, rev cites the presumption. The court ignores it, that's the legal corruption. Because the judge is invested in the system as it runs. Admitting securitization kills the non-judicial process. Machine gun would open the floodgates, show the fraud, show the lie. That millions of foreclosures was statutory denied. The courts don't wanna go there, the banks don't want the light. So they call it theory, call it frivolous, call it not right. Never are facts theories. conclusions of law are real. The Supreme Court spoke, the circuits must feel the weight of the precedent, the burden of the proof pretender. Linda and all impersonating creditor must rebut, that's the truth. Preponderance of the evidence, more likely than not, the notice of security. Because when it's attached to a mortgage, there is no argument. The family resemblance test, because they follow each other.